TWM podcast.
Welcome to TWM Talks. I am Matty Deller, and this week we will be diving into and reviewing NXT TakeOver Trees, otherwise known as Portland. I'll introduce everyone that is with me. We've got a packed house discussing last night's show. Before that, we've got a fair bit of admin to take care of. This is a TWM podcast bringing you nothing but the best wrestling content 6 days a week. Apple and Google Podcasts, you can find us there. Spotify, TuneIn, Podbean, Acast, YouTube, all those good places. Please leave us a rating, a review, 5 stars if you don't mind, and if you're listening on YouTube, please subscribe. We're well on our way to 100 subscribers. When we do that, we can get a nice fancy URL. And also, if you're there, please leave a thumb up and smash that like button and put notifications on and all the other things that YouTube people that are 12 and play with slime, is that what they still do on YouTube? Something like that. I don't know. On YouTube, yeah. We're all 30. We barely know what it means.
Thank you. I'm 24.
Same thing. You're still old, you're still too old to be sitting on YouTube, like we all do, all of the time. TWM podcast brought to you by We Love Sports. That's a thing we are all aware of because we love watching WWE and we also love bars and pubs. It's a fantastic app that helps you find your nearest sports bar, showcasing the latest WWE pay-per-view events. Over 400 of the best sports bars and pubs in the UK at your fingertips, and it will allow you to book front row seats, giving you a best view of the action. Matter of fact, TWM booking our little WrestleMania jaunt through We Love Sport app, which you should as well. Apple and Google Play Store, go get it there. We Love Sport UK on social media and welovesport.co if you want to get some wrestling swag as well. WrestleCrate is your friend. TWM Wrestling, use the code there when you sign up for a monthly subscription and you get a free autographed item. The next box that comes out has a item from John Moxley, so make sure you go and check that out. WrestleCrate.co.uk, use the code TWM Wrestling. As I said, it is a packed house today as we discuss TakeOver. Joining me, as always, when we discuss the pay-per-views and the special events, the WWE Network things, I have Joseph.
Hey. I host Raw Talk, I guess.
You do host Raw. I host Raw Talk, I guess.
I just kind of I take the notes and then record it, and people actually.
Thanks for explaining what a podcast is, John.
You're the you know what? Never mind. I can't speak.
Yeah, and that other person is the other host. Well, the second of 3 hosts on Raw Talk. It is Tom.
Hello. I'm depressed.
Why?
Why are you depressed? It's half term and you've got
because of something we will discuss.
We will discuss that later. And we needed someone.
Right, I just got it. Lol.
We needed someone that understands NXT week by week. So we have the host of the Wednesday Night Wars. We have George as well.
The voice of NXT is what I call myself.
Yes.
Hi.
Yeah. Do you?
You're can I just say, like, I am the voice of NXT, he says. He's doing AEW dirty here.
If you've not heard the podcast, he constantly does He constantly does AEW dirty. I have to record it every week. He just mugs off AEW in front of his pals on a weekly basis. So George is also the person that regrets sitting in front of me at an indie show because he does not like when people start screaming and yelling until the main event. And my God, he got it both barrels when he had to sit in front of me during LA Park versus Eddie Kingston.
To be honest, I feel sorry for anyone who sits in front, behind, or beside you at a wrestling show. You have no eardrums left.
I was less annoyed by Matt. Like, Matt really didn't annoy me. It just made me laugh at how fangirl he goes. It was the girl that was sat in front of Matt that every time everyone was chanting Mad Kurt, she was just going sucks on her own. It really sucks.
Oh yeah, no, that did drive me out the wall. That is not Emily.
So not Emily.
Not Emily. Not Emily.
Just to make it clear, not Emily.
Yeah.
I'd like to also point out that Tom says he feels sorry for anyone who sits behind, in front, or beside Matt at a show. Do you know what Matthew's karma is for being that guy at a show?
Sitting next to Joe when he's drunk at Fight Club Pro and nearly punching him. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
That happened once. Anyway,
just Wait for my grand return at Super Strong Style. You'll get it 5 times as bad.
Last time you were at Super Strong Style, you nearly died. So
that's true. And then I almost killed Victoria.
This is true. It was nearly a murder-suicide. No, a murder-suicide. Somebody murdered death. Anyway, we've gone down a weird alleyway. Let's talk about TakeOver before we incriminate further. Off with the pre-show, and the main highlight of this was every time Sam Roberts spoke, he got booed, and the wonderful, just like glorious human being that is Mansoor just got cheered by purely not being Sam Roberts.
Hold on. I don't know who tweeted that out. I don't know. It might have been. I sort of half saw it, but it was like Sam Roberts doesn't get heat of like cheap heat. He just gets heat of we fucking hate you.
Oh, that was me. I said I hate Sam Roberts, and not hate as in boo you bad guy. Hate as in I would gladly kick you in the balls in public.
Like, you want to know why? You want to know why we hate him? He looks like the guy who tried to steal Sigourney Weaver's baby in Ghostbusters 2.
There's that, and also he's just a colossal bell piece. So,
and that,
Not to go into specifics, but I bet you he covered his eyes during the match.
We also got more follow up on the Broserweight journey. I literally had to rewind back and turn my TV up full way, so I couldn't hear what Riddle said. The Broserweight made it to Portland, and I went, how did it get here? And I can't tell whether Riddle said overnight delivery or creative liberty, as in like he was breaking the fourth wall.
God, I hope it was the second.
I really hope it was the second one.
We're getting little bits of interference like on SmackDown. Smiley and Reese spoke about this because apparently they're doing these little bits of interference. The rumour is it's meant to be Killer Cross. They are debuting him at some point on one of these brands, and they're just doing it all across because there was a lot of interference throughout the show, and it seemed too constant to be a WWE fuck up, because I'm pretty sure they would have mentioned there would have been some sort of like technical issue. So it was very, very strange. And also Poppy dressed like Justin Thunder Liger. So.
And Matt, you have just confirmed, by the way, that Killer Cross is getting a new Solomon Crow.
They've just literally given him his gimmick.
They're going to give him a finisher as bad.
Yes.
Oh, I like Solomon. What the slingshot splash thing that Solomon Crow.
That was garbage, mate.
I love that move. It's better now. Irie does it as like a transitional, but I did like it.
Yeah, exactly. It looks amazing when Irie does it,
but I liked it.
Irie.
Anyway, the Poppy performance was great, and I'm hoping that was on purpose, that she had like the massive Liger shoulder pads, but I don't think it was.
I don't know if it's to do with like rumours that he's going into the Hall of Fame.
Imagine if that was if that was like the subtle call. It's like Poppy wore shoulder pads. Liger for Hall. That is literally Wrestle Talk levels of clickbait.
Wait, if you're comparing us to Wrestle Talk,
no, Joe, no. Dunk on him we dunk on it in private, not on the podcast.
Okay.
All Poppy needed to do as well was wear that little crop top t-shirt Nikki Bella used to wear.
And rip that off, yeah.
As well.
Yeah, because the Bellas deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, they do.
I have had this argument legitimately 4 times this week. One of them with a prominent independent British wrestler. Generally for 5 minutes going, they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. No, they don't. Yes, they do. No, they don't. Here's why they do. Generally had I had a massive debate with one TK Cooper at RevPro about the Bellas.
Was this after I left by any chance?
This was literally as me and Emmy were just hanging out, we bumped into TK. I ended up just chatting about wrestling for like half an hour and just life in general. And then I brought the Bellas thing, and then me and TK got into a big debate about whether the Bellas deserve to be in the Hall of Fame or not.
I literally just left and then got told that they run into him. So
yeah, it was really random. So anyway, wrestling North America Championship. Keith Lee over Dominic Dijakovic. I'm going to go round to everyone because I think this was the best match they've had out of the lot in WWE anyway. Joe, was this your favourite out of the lot, or?
Yes, because it actually felt like an anime final battle. Every move had weight, which is... yes, every move had a certain amount of gravity, purchase, if you will. It was a great match.
George, was this your favourite one?
I would say, yeah. I think it's not like the other ones. They do a little bit spot festy. Like they rush into. Obviously, this wasn't not a spot fest, but they built to it. They slowly whittled each other down to the point of like, oh, we'll do a couple of shoulder barge challenges. Okay, that didn't work. Fuck it, I'll bang out Hurricane Rock. Like they built to it, and it was much nicer than jamming everything in straight away.
Yeah, Tom.
I'm glad I was in bed because I made a mess.
It's the Blompier.
But yeah, no.
You know what, Tom? I'd normally chastise Joe for that, but you deserve that for that comment. So,
but no, this was definitely the best match. It's like George has said, the other ones have been a bit spot festy, but this one definitely had that slow WWE build about it, and it really helped. So when you came to the giant spots in the second half of the match, they felt earned.
Yeah, there was some it built up to set piece, but it didn't feel like it was just moving from move to move. Everything went into each other quite well. It opened with a lead Rana, so you start as you mean to go on. Dijakovic has the Fosbury flop, but gets caught into an apron powerbomb, which was ridiculous. Dijakovic cyclone boot, corkscrew moonsault for a near fall. Dijakovic hits a top rope DVD, which Brunello insisted was a top rope feast your eyes, which no.
Sorry, Maro, you're not winning that one.
Yeah,
no.
take the L. Big pounce and some chops, but then Dijakovic hits a super kick and sits Keith Lee in a chair and does a springboard senton, just catches him, was inches away from just eating shit on the floor, but just about caught him.
It looked perfect enough that it was literally he hit that sweet spot of just got his lap, didn't hit his head on the floor.
They both then slip out of choke slams. Keith Lee hits the spirit bomb. I got annoyed at the no-selling on that bit, but then I looked back at the replay and I realised, no, it makes perfect sense, because what happened was it was surreptitious, that's the word, isn't it? Where he goes for the spirit bomb, but because he lands so high and tight in his neck, Dijakovic could just roll back out onto his feet. So
momentum.
I was going to say it's a common thing for after the spirit bomb. It's really common because Keith Lee is so powerful that he literally bounces off the mat.
Yeah.
It's about time somebody used that momentum to counter it.
And it was great. And then he hits another one. Then we get this bit did bother me because I wasn't sure about the finish, because they hit a Spanish fly. Dijakovic goes for the feast your eyes but can't get him up, but then Keith Lee just scoops him up for the Big Bang catastrophe straight away. I was like, if you're going to do that, at least put a forearm or a kick in between, so he staggers Dijakovic, rather than be like, well, you can't pick me up even though you just hit me with a move, but I can. So it was, but it was great. There was one nitpick for me on that match, but other than that, chef's kiss all the way.
I can't believe they started with the best match that they had. It was all downhill from here.
No.
The next match doesn't actually exist anymore.
No, the best match, and this is not even me being biased because of the people in it, this was the match I enjoyed the most out of the whole show, was the street fight between Dakota Kai beating Tegan Knox. Do you hear that, Tom? Dakota Kai beat... However, we have discussed this is a means to an end, because it just means Tegan's going to beat Dakota Kai in a big... I think me and George discussed this 2 weeks... No, we didn't say the title. I think because they're having an NXT title match at Mania, which is obviously spoilers for later on, they'll need a big women's match to take that place at TakeOver Tampa, and we discussed a big match between these two. And eventually me and George went down to Tegan will get the win over Dakota in an I Quit match. That would be the one that would make the most sense at Tampa Bay.
I mean, my original idea was a knee brace on a pole, man.
Well, the only way I can see if it's going to go to Tampa, Dakota Kai actually winning the whole series, because then she can, and if, for example, if the winner of the women's title match beats Charlotte, then they'll be an automatic face for Dakota Kai versus that person.
Yeah, but then you can still build Tegan against whoever wins that one. But still, either way.
I'll say with this, it was the right decision.
It was, and also...
How angry I was.
Another correct decision is they were both actually in Street Fight gear.
Yes.
Like Tegan seemed to inexplicably wear leather waders, which was a weird flex, but okay.
I don't know what they were. Straight from the wrong of them.
Yeah, it was. She tried to go almost like some sort of like leather version of Mia Yim with like the wrestling gear top and then like the really baggy bottoms. But Dakota went full Ligero and came out in her fucking jeans, which was tremendous.
She had her jorts.
She had jorts
on. You're an idiot. Kai jumped Knox for the bell. They brawled. They got a spear through the barrier, and then Kai hit a DDT. We got loads of plunder. Fucking cricket bat, which I loved. It should have been.
Yes.
It should have been something more rugby related rather than cricket with fucking with Wales and New Zealand.
New Zealand got to the Cricket World Cup final. What are you talking about, fam?
Yeah, but Tegan's Welsh. That doesn't.
What's she gonna do? Grab a rugby post from under the ring. 2 seconds. Give me 20 minutes to get it out.
Pulls.
Look at the talk on this rugby pass. I could spin it straight into her midsection.
Imagine if that would be brilliant if like Dakota had like did a perfect like sideways pass, just hitting Tegan in the ribs, and she sold it. So yeah, we got it's the cricket bat, which fucking shattered beautifully off the ring post. We got a trash can hat on Dakota Kai and the inverted cannonball. But then
can I just say something?
Yeah.
I was watching this with another of my friends who is wrestling adjacent, doesn't watch it on a regular basis, used to. We thought that spot was the dumbest spot we had ever seen.
Well, the inverted... Didn't they even call it out on commentary, though? They turned around
Nigel said what Nigel said.
Just kick it, you idiot.
Yes! Kick it!
Because surely that would... Or, here's a little conspiracy theory, getting your tinfoil hats on. Do you reckon Knox was meant to smash the trash can with the cricket bat, but they didn't expect the cricket bat to explode off the ring post?
Good point.
Yeah. You know what? I'll give you that. Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
However, it did get kind of like rectified because fuck me, Dakota Kai unleashed the beast with that trash can lid shot off. They seem to just go in this match. You know what, girls? Fuck it. You've been injured enough. We'll let you do headshots because.
Wasn't there another headshot in this match as well?
Or several.
There were several things when people's heads via kicks. So the trash can lid the trash can lid was handle side forward on Tegan's head. It was brutal. We got the German onto a trash can, the Cairo by the way, big fan of Dakota's facial selling when she's a heel. Now she went, instead of selling like you mentioned, like the sympathy face, she's now making the supervillain face of like, oh my god, pain.
You hit me.
Yeah,
you said that at one point. I think it's when they were on the top rope together. Tegan Knox has just got the best fuck off face.
Oh,
oh God, we've seen that for years. We all know that. That's not even Tegan. That is just a Valley's woman face.
I was going to say
that is Cardiff, Newport, and Swan. On a Friday night.
I was going to say, that's not...
All right, love, you get away from my chips today. I'll fucking butt you.
I was going to say, I'm not even from Wales. Even I'm like, that's not like selling or narrative. That's Chippy Lane after like half 11 or
that's
fucking
outside
Friday.
Dorothy's with your gravy chips, gravy cheese and chips. They'd be like, oh, love, I'll fucking get.
And that's not lie. That probably has been, because you're part of the Welsh wrestling scene. You know people. That probably at one point has been Tegan at Chippy Lane at 2:30 on a Friday.
And Tom single-handedly just summed up why.
Yeah. We got a Knox top rope choke slam and then a Molly go round for the near fall. That's important because she didn't kick out a 1. If you watch up, down, down, you know why. She tried the chair punt, which she used to do in the WCPW, which was really a great little random callback. But Knox missed, and then we got a pump kick into the chair, another chair shot. Kai duct taped Knox to the ring post and then just kept kicking her in the head. Dakota Kai would have won this match, but unfortunately she took a laptop to the knee. me. Yeah, dated reference.
Innovative.
We got some chain shots to the knee and then a shining wizard. She was going to go for the win, but then she goes full valleys and just gets very, very angry. She goes for a chair neck table, so she was going to murder to go again.
Yeah, murder's about right. Yeah.
True story. True story. I want to just bring this up when we get to the. I'll come back to you in a second. But I want to go to this because someone comes out and makes the save for Dakota. I then scream out, "Yeah, it's Steph DeLander!" Realising, one, it's not Steph DeLander, and two, that's the wrong Australian that they signed. I was thinking of Indy Hartwell. Steph DeLander's not even signed. They don't even look the same. I just saw giant, tall woman and assumed it was one of the Australians.
I will say, I didn't actually know who it was as when she first came out. I was like, what's that?
Well, they said it's Raquel Gonzalez, and I was like, who the fuck's and then I went, oh, Reina Gonzalez, that one, the one that did Mae Young and then was on the NXT TV loop for 4,000 years.
She's just been on the jobber circuit wearing arseless chaps for a while now,
and she's been at Evolve. She's been wrestling at Evolve a lot as well.
My prediction is a certain release changed plans here.
What one?
What release do you want about?
I don't know, but I feel like that Latina might have done it.
No, because she's not been released.
Tainara?
She's not been released.
Tainara, no, she's not released. She was at a show.
We found out that apparently she's come back. She was at, and she wore a
t-shirt that said released.
Yeah, she wore a t-shirt saying released on the house show.
I'm really sorry. Full disclosure, everyone. I've been at a wedding in Wolverhampton for the last 24 hours.
It's a lovely place. However, Raquel Gonzalez had to choke some off the top rope, and unfortunately, Tegan knocks Spike Dudley's the table.
Progress table!
No, it's not to do. I've decided it's nothing to do with progress. I feel like there's another common denominator here. It is clearly the fact that it's matches between former tag team partners.
Imagine if it is the tables are either impervious to former tag partners or the fact that the tables is like inverted magnets. You can't put Welsh people through tables. It's just one of those things. But no, it was very similar to. I'm assuming you've all seen this. When La Resistance tried to put Spike Dudley for a table, but then undershot it, and the back of his head just went through the lip of the table. Yeah. It's horrific. That happened to Tegan. So
my thing I had was where the fuck was Candice? Come on, she's meant to be her friend. Poor friend.
No, wasn't she? She wouldn't have been in the show.
She was warming up Johnny.
She was back. She was backstage. She was
phrasing.
Yeah, phrasing. Right, you've had two.
What is wrong with you today?
You've had two. You're not having another one.
I'm sorry. I'll just call him Adam Blampier every time he says he can do as many as he wants.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, what I was going to say was, no, on NXT, didn't Kai bust up Candice's nose so she wouldn't have been at the show?
She was backstage, but...
In case they said she wasn't cleared, so they wouldn't have let her out there at all. So, blah, blah, blah. Dakota Kai for the win. It was my favourite match of the whole show, but we'll get to that.
Of course.
I always
your favourite one?
Kai's New Zealand.
Dakota Kai, Dakota Kai. She's not one of the ones that was born in one, then moved to the other. No, she's not, because that's...
No, I always forget. Like, when you look at her, because you don't really hear her speak that often, and then when the high package come up, yeah, she's from the... I always forget. She doesn't talk that much.
Just random thoughts there from George.
Yeah, it's random.
Balor over Gargano. This is that a hat because I got it wrong and you got it right?
Exactly.
Anyway,
are we on this topic, Lyle? Because I've got some stuff to say about this.
About what? About predictions or about this match?
Predictions.
Go on.
Okay.
Champion, May, because I don't know.
Shirley.
Did you announce that she beat Kayla or at any point?
Yeah, no, it was on the podcast.
It was on the podcast. That's
yeah.
Matty, back of the line, because you just lost to a man who has never, ever.
Oh ever. Yeah, no, I fully aware that I'm curtain jerking Mania. I'm the host of Mania this year. I'm not even having a title shot.
Debut in the predictions contest.
Back of the line, George. You deserve a reward for beating basically the guy who runs this. Sorry, I'm taking your job. That's how back of the line you are. I have the whole.
Can I have?
All right, can you? No, you don't live in the same country as us. You know what? For banter, generally for banter, if we get time, I will let you do predictions for Super Showdown.
I want George versus Shirley for Super Showdown. That it deserves to be.
I don't know. How dare you? I love that. You put him over massively there for winning the predictions against me of NXT. Once we just did just for bant. I'm okay being back on the line because I did lose horrifically to George and George.
Although you did say on the podcast if you want to be number one contender.
I know. I said it was dictatorship, but if I win, it means something. If I don't, it means fuck all. Also, I love you put him over massively, and then the WWE thing of like, yeah, no, you've done well, you've won a match. We're going to put you on the big show. We're going to put you on Super Showdown.
Yes, it's still a title shot.
We will have to discuss with the championship committee, i.e. When are we going to be able? Me and when are we able to do? When are we going to be able to do predictions? But we'll talk about that later on. Check out social media for further details. Anyway, Balor versus Gargano suffered from being after two really high impact, high octane matches because I'm not gonna lie, this took a while for me to get into.
This was the match that sent me to sleep when I was trying to watch live, and it was the match that nearly sent me to sleep while I was watching on the train on the way here.
The thing is, where else in the card would it have gone? The only other place it would have gone was in between those first two matches.
And that would have broken up.
This should
have up a little bit. But,
this should have gone on first.
I thought it wasn't going to go on first.
Yeah. Should have gone on first. So we have Takers to open. Balor doing push-ups during a leg scissors was just levels. Just full on Nikki Bella. Love to see it. Back and forth with chops.
Confirmed.
There you go. We've had Liger and the Bellas confirmed on this show through NXT. You just got to look for it, guys. Back and forth with chops. Gargano then spears Balor on the apron. But the whole story is Gargano wants to try and hit the John Woo into the barrier like Balor did to him, but then Balor counts.
Gargano is the corniest motherfucker.
Which is why he gets booed.
Balor hits Sling Blade on the outside, but at least they did something about it, but we'll talk about that later. Balor works over Gargano, but then Gargano works over Finn's arm. Balor works over Gargano's knee with a dragon screw and stomps to the knee. Gargano hits an NZ and then a big dive, nearly caught into 1916, but then Gargano pushes Balor back and hits a rolling senton. Spear for near fall, lawn dart. We then get this amazing sequence where Balor hits a boot, Gargano hits an enziguri. Balor then does the Pele, because he lands on his back and Gargano falls on his front. He then accidentally pins him for a near fall. Fucking love that. That was such a clever little spot.
Yeah, that was a really good spot.
It took about 10-15 minutes for this match to actually go up, and then it started.
Yeah, I was sick because we had Paige was doing live tweeting last night, and when she's like the biggest Gargano fan walking, and she's like, yeah, no, I couldn't get into this match. It just felt off. And I was like, wow, like, yeah, that explains like that shows that this was in the wrong place for this. So then rope hung coup de grace gets missed, and we get a thunderstruck DDT for a near fall. They miss loads of big moves. Gargano escape, gets rolled out. Gargano then hits the John Woo into the barrier. He then goes to try.
He's the corniest motherfucker alive.
He goes to drive Balor through the table, but then Balor fights off, and then he hits a John Woo off the table into the barrier. Coup de grace, 1916 for the win. Like we said, the placement of this match just.
And then he basically teabagged him.
He did.
Oh, God, yeah.
He basically put his dick in his face and then held on to his... grabbed him by the throat. And Tumblr went mild.
Take it awful.
I would say wild, but they've got really stringent policies on sexual content on Tumblr now. So it's only mild.
He's got another new tattoo in a really weird place. He's now got another tattoo just above the back of his elbow on his other.
The dinosaur, isn't it? I thought I was imagining that.
No, he's had the dinosaur for a while. He's had the spaceman on his hand for a while. He's got some writing on the same arm. the dinosaur, but then on the other arm, it looks like he's got like a sun.
So
Which was, I think it was his right arm that had the sleeve on.
So pretty much, like, I love this whole thing of he's going the Jericho route of just getting shitty tattoos in random places, and eventually they'll match up, but not right now.
I mean, the dinosaur's upside down because when he lifted his arm up, it's right way up. When he has his arm down,
it's an Australian dinosaur, you fucking idiot.
Of course.
Anyway, NXT Women's title, such a stupid joke.
You talk about placement though. I didn't think this would be third. I thought this would be second to last.
I thought this was.
It should have opened the show.
What, Rhea and Bella?
Period.
Interesting.
No, sorry.
No.
I meant Finn and Gargano.
Oh yeah, so I
meant Rhea and Bella.
Yeah, I was talking about the Rhea and Bella because
I think.
Oh, go on, Tom.
No, I was going to say no. It should have been It should have been second.
That's what I said. I think
it just would have broken up from like fast pace. Instead of fast pace, breathe. Fast pace, breathe.
Nah, like, you can't have Rhea and Belair like right after Lee and Dijakovic because it's basically the same match.
No, I said second to last. So where when the tag
Broserweights would go fourth, and then women's title fifth.
Yeah, I'd be on board with that.
TWM podcasts are brought to you by We Love Sport, the fantastic app finding you your nearest sports bar showing the latest WWE pay-per-views. We Love Sport has over 400 of the best sports bars and pubs in the UK at your fingertips and allows you to book front row seats, giving you the best views of the action. You can also check out what sports are being shown over the next 7 days, making sure you don't miss a second of the action. Download the We Love Sport app on the App Store or Google Play Store. Follow We Love Sport on all social media platforms at We Love Sport UK and check out welovesport.co.
TWM podcasts have joined forces with WrestleCrate, the original and best monthly wrestling subscription service to bring you a fantastic deal. Now, if you use the code TWM Wrestling when you sign up to a monthly subscription at WrestleCrate.co.uk, you will receive a free autographed item inside your first crate. Now, WrestleCrate brings you the best swag from the biggest companies and names in the wrestling world. We're talking t-shirts, photos, pins, DVDs, vinyl figures, and loads more from WWE, Progress, Shakara, NXT, Fight Club Pro, and loads more. That's WrestleCrate.co.uk and use the code TWM Wrestling for a free autographed item, all thanks to WrestleCrate and TWM.
Anyway, Joe, that robe.
Yes, and I can't believe that they had her wear that robe and had her lose clean.
Can't you believe it, or are you? Is it so believable because it's believable?
No, I can believe it.
Yeah, I was like, no, why you can't believe it? Because it's so goddamn believable.
Yeah, I'm just going to put it out there. Belair's going to be champion by the end of the year.
Oh no, she will be. It's like
when
she is. That's two. Yeah, yeah. Well, if that becomes triple. Yeah, I reckon.
Unless your editor Rich, who apparently insists that Bianca Belair is mid card and is.
He got himself in a lot of trouble.
And basically said no. Like
wait. He said what?
He said Bianca Belair's mid card, and there are a lot better girls in NXT like Tegan, like Dakota, and she can now just go back and do something random at Mania rather than being in the title match.
No.
This is Rich. Rich.
So
So be very careful how you're going to roast him.
So Rich is basically what's his name from the pre-shows.
Yeah, no, he's Sam Roberts. He's Sam Roberts. Bianca Belair on Twitter.
It's basically what
Rich, I'm about to have words, you know. I'm messaging him right now.
At this point where you hear silence, Joe has actually been silenced by Rich from the podcast.
Nah, I'm not silent. I'm just messaging him now.
No, I'm waiting. I'm waiting to pick up my phone and just read. Send me your location. I'm pulling up now.
Joe, basically what it was, Joe, was Paige with obviously live tweeting, put NXT Women's Championship, blah, 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 blah. And I said at the end, making it a triple threat match. Richard's response was, she can go wrestle on the pre-show somewhere, not needed in a big girl match.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I've already started, Matty. Let's carry on with this podcast.
And I am going to read that out right now. Rich, or should I say Sam Roberts? I'm going to give it 6 tacks before you accuse him of being racist. Now I've said that, Joe's going to make sure it's in 3. To prove a point. Anyway, this was a really, really good match. I felt it could have had a little bit longer. Personally, they could have honestly taken 5 minutes off Cole and Ciampa and put it on this. Take us to open. Belair eats some boots, clotheslines, and a drop kick, putting Rhea in control. Rhea then hits some big chops, and then Belair. I might have missed a bit because my network kept fucking cutting out. So Belair, when I come back on, Belair had a cravat and then hit a standing moonsault and then hit a really dodgy suplex where I'm not sure where she wanted to put her. So she kind of went, just down here will do. Like you're getting rid of some. Like where should I put this box from moving? It's over there on the floor. Ripley hits an electric chair drop, shades of SmackDown 1 on the PS1, and the inverted cloverleaf. Belair fights out, hits a spine buster for a near fall. We get a slap fest, and we get the return of the hair whip. Yes, right to the ribs.
That sounded brutal.
It was horrific.
That slap fest was my favourite point of the whole match, though.
I just liked Belair slapping Rhea from sitting on the top rope. For some reason that really amused me. Someone sitting down just going, "How dare you!" Slapping. I would have been better if someone had shouted out, "You have nothing. You cannot win. I have the higher ground." Episode 1 joke.
Flip, lightsaber, dead.
By the way, Joe's gone really quiet because I feel like he's just hurling abuse at Rich.
And said.
We need to have words, brother. My hair is so much better than his. Your opinions are about the same. I feel personally attacked by your words. You called Bianca Belair a mid-carder. And Richard just goes, oh. This is gonna.
Oh, this isn't in the commoners chat. Okay.
No, this is in the chat of people that matter. Anyway, handspring moonsault, knees up. Shut up, George. You walked.
Man.
What? Jesus. Anyway, handspring moonsault, knees up. They both avoid their finishes. We get a big spear by Belair. Belair yeets Ripley.
No, wait, I want to say something about the spear. We saw a lot of spears tonight.
Oh yeah, very spear.
So many spears. This was the best spear.
Yeah, it was.
It was the number one.
It was a good spear from a mid-carder.
System blunt here.
That's the fourth time.
Third.
Oh no, he said it at least 4 times. Belair yeets Ripley to the outside, which is a very scary move because her legs were out from underneath her. I'm like, ankles, but big flip dive.
Yeah, but a really, really random way of landing. Just try and stand on your feet. Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, so you're not Io Shirai. You're a lot bigger. Don't do that. Ripley then throws Belair into steps and goes for a murder superplex. But then Rhea Ripley just smashes her head on the turnbuckle and then hits the riptide for the win. Just felt like it ran. I was like, build up. 5 minutes extra. This would have probably been my favourite match of the whole show, but it just felt like it just hit to a point, and then but then
it's just proven again though, like Belair is showing her star quality after being, and no disrespect when I say this, like last year, kind of at that level where you're like, she could flounder and go back. Since Rumble,
like I would say,
she's been on it completely.
Are you in reference to Belair or Ripley in this case? But Belair, because Belair this time last year was very much at that Cesaro level where a lot of people were behind her, but it didn't seem the machine was behind her. However, she's really pumped it up and got into that part of like, now there is no choice for her.
Clicked.
Yeah, like
I know exactly what she's been doing. She's been watching Mean Girls every day because it's all she qualifies. Why she's so popular.
By the way, the reason she should be champion is purely for the bit on NXT where Charlotte puts her hand on her face, and the reactions were like, "If this,
my goodness!
If this wasn't on TV, I'd be kicking the
reaction in 5 seconds."
Oh, it's every video on World Star Hip Hop in.
It's her facial expression is, "Are you?"
Yeah,
it's
amazing.
Tell me.
However, so Flair then attacks Ripley and accepts for Mania, and then she also yeets Belair into the steps. And then it dawned on me, potentially, we could have 5 women's matches at Mania.
It's mental. I've got a feeling one of them is going to be on the pre-show.
No, I reckon there's going to be...
No, 2.
The Battle Royal and the women's tag match will be on the pre-show.
I even think Bayley defending could go.
It depends. If it's going to be Bayley and Naomi... Then it'll be on the. Unfortunately, much to probably Joe's going to now ask for my location to pull up. As somehow Will Smiley, even though she's not on the podcast, she'll hear that I've not said something immediately positive about Naomi, which I normally do. But if it's Bayley Naomi, I have a feeling it'll be on the pre-show. If they do Bayley Sasha, then I reckon it'll be on the main show.
No, I
this will not be on the pre-show.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Also, I'd like to make a call, ironically, after having a go at Rich for saying that Bianca Belair is probably going to win the Battle Royal.
Yeah.
If it's not a triple threat, that's probably what she's going to end.
If it's a triple threat, she's got that Kofi push or feeling behind her at the moment.
I think I might have actually even said earlier, we did like way too early Mania prediction. I'm pretty sure I might have said Belair was going to win the women's Battle Royal. I can't remember off the top of my head. However,
it just feels like Mania's going to be about.
I don't think we're going to have a lot of. There's going to be a lot of multi-person matches. It's going to be 10 hours long, but it means that pretty much half the card is going to be women's matches, which is cool.
Fair.
We then have the tag title match, but before that, let's talk about the Brosomobile. They came out in the Brosomobile. The shirts, which I really want to buy one.
You can buy them now on WWE Shop for $27.
Don't tempt me. The song, but the key thing is, I didn't notice until right to the end, the Nightmare Fuel Bobby Fish on the screen. Yes. Fucking terrifying.
How many fish could the Bobby Fish flip fish?
You got it wrong. How much fish could a Bobby Fish fry if Bobby fry?
You even got it wrong. You got it wrong.
Fish into it.
It's how much fish could Bobby Fish fry? Bobby Fish could fry fish.
What it is?
How many fish could Bobby Fish fry if Bobby Fish could fry fish?
But Tom, add now the Bobby Fish into that.
Yeah. How much fish?
That's not part of it.
How much?
I know. I'm adding some new material for you.
Oh my God! Shut up. I had a bit and now you've ruined it. I was going to do something about how much fish could a Bobby Fish before Bobby Fish puts you in therapy.
This is exactly the same bit we're doing.
No, my bit was the end of it to go on to the tag bit, and then you guys kept shouting out the word fish louder and louder at each other.
Whilst we're on the conversation of Bobby Fish,
Fish.
Modern Fat or the middle, whatever this TV show was called, where he whispers everything afterwards.
Fish.
Creepy. So blump here.
I put on Twitter saying he dyed his beard, but he hadn't. He just let grey appear.
I was gonna say, did he leave his Just for Men in Florida?
He's become.
He left his regain at home.
It's exactly the same joke.
Stop repeating. Why are they repeating the same jokes?
Because we all have the same crappy.
Because we're all running dry on material. Anyway, Bros always over Undisputed Era. Riddle and Dunn, they're in early control, snapping arms and doing double teams. Fish then kicks Dunn's leg out of his leg to take control. We get a malfunction from the Undisputed Era, and then a Dunn hot tag, and Riddle runs wild.
Can you please say it properly?
What?
You got a malfunction at the junction. God, get it right.
Will you shut the fuck up? Floating Bro gets the knees, and then Dunn Trent Sevens the ring post with his foot. Riddle and Kyle O'Reilly exchange Germans. Riddle hits some big spears. There were a lot of spears on this show, but Undisputed Era double team gets a near fall. They all exchange submissions and break them up. But then we get this whole bit of Dunn accidentally knocking off Riddle and Riddle spearing Dunn, and then I thought maybe they were going to do one of them turning on the other. maybe, but then it didn't happen. We get chasing the Dragon for a near fall, but then they just recover, hit another finisher. They've got like 14. They have the bitter end into the knee. They've got the final flash and the kick. They've now got an
Bro Derek.
Oh yeah, they've got the Bro Derek kick thing. They've got the X-Plex into a powerbomb, and then just the Bro to sleep and an Inzaguru, which looks like it would legitimately knock you out.
This is what happens when you put two of your favourite wrestlers together on WWE 2K20, apart from the glitching.
Yeah. That gets the win. And all I was going to say was, I like the story of the tag team that no one knew they wanted, but now they can't live without, has the perfect ending with them winning the tag belts. I hope we just get segments every week of just the Broserweights being the Broserweights.
Yeah. Creative control. Just give it to them. Just go.
Yeah.
Creative freedom.
Just let them do let them drive around Florida in that golf cart. Let Matt Riddle refer to it as the 5 of them, because now there's little tag belts. And let Matt Riddle just be... Because then what they've done is recently, everyone's been saying, oh, WWE major heat on Matt Riddle. Have you not been watching NXT? They're letting Matt Riddle do whatever the fuck he wants and win everything.
Can I just point out as well, Triple H's tweet afterwards, they were on my plane?
Oh, that killed me. Like, we're going to do a WWE Q&A like just for TakeOver, and someone's like, did you find out the Broserweight's on my plane? On my plane? I was hoping we were going to get...
Plane? The thing that flies me to Tampa, the thing that type... No, sorry, I can't be bothered.
Some reason Triple H is flying with Soulja Boy. Just... No, but I part of me wanted there to be a clip of Dunn and Riddle falling out with the trophy, and then Triple H doing a thing for basically just doing Robot House, but instead just Broserweights. I want Regal to be the stuffy old dean as Dunn and Riddle just go around being the crazy kids on campus. It'd be brilliant.
I don't know why. I still had a really bad gut feeling that at some point post celebrations you could. I saw certain angles of Dunn looking over at Riddle, and I was like, please don't turn.
No, how WCW would that be? They've won the belts and Dunn immediately turns on him. It's like that's when we find out Vince Russo is writing NXT.
And James K goes wild.
The biggest Russo fan we know. God bless him. NXT Championship match, Adam Cole over Tommaso Ciampa. Personal opinion, I thought this was good. It could have been 10 minutes less.
Tommaso Ciampa was wearing tie.
That is the big takeaway from this. Tommaso Ciampa has finally stopped wearing his crazed army vet attire.
This is the point where you realise that a 6-match takeover is okay.
No, you also realised is that Adam Cole has gone with the route of, and I love Adam Cole, gone with the Alan Partridge route of, people seem to like the first match where we did 40,000 finishes and we kicked out of them. Let's do more of them. Again, and again and again, and again and again and again and again.
It's so painful.
And even I'm like, and I like PWG indie riffing matches, but when you are literally kicking out of every finisher 4 times, I'm just like, yeah, no, this could have finished 10 minutes ago and it would have been brilliant.
It's fine. It's not like we're going to get any more matches. They got lined up for Tampa. Oh.
5 minutes. Let that be 5 minutes. Anyway.
5 minutes. Finisher, pin.
Yeah, I want it Lesnar Goldberg level. Anyway.
So we'll have 7 last shots and about 6 with those bells, and then they'll be...
That's it, yeah. Anyway, Ciampa out-wrestles Cole to open. Cole has a pump kick on the outside and then mocks Ciampa. So Ciampa just goes, how dare you mock my ridiculous hand clapping, and then batters him. He then kills him with knees, but Cole keeps rolling out of the ring. We get a Ciampa powerbomb. Cole counters it into a wheelbarrow suplex where Ciampa lands neck first on the lip of the fucking announce table. That was horrible.
I let an audible ouch out.
Yeah.
Watching that. I was like, oh, no.
Cole,
I cringe every time someone does that.
It's just horrific. Cole works the neck and the back.
The pussy and the crack?
Hey! Joe, read the script. What I said immediately following.
I know.
I've got the script right in front of me. I didn't say it on purpose. I wouldn't want to be that guy.
Breaking kayfabe just for a little bit on this. Normally, these guys either will read they don't need the notes. They're just there just in case you want to check something up. They're there mainly for me when I send notes out to everyone for the show. I assumed everyone would have them closed, and I was going to wait and then go like I'm some sort of magician. Go, will you please open your notes and read what I wrote down, because I knew someone would say it.
But like they said it in commentary, and while I was watching it in my head, I was like, "And the pussy and the crack." That's going to be mentioned on the podcast.
It'd be brilliant if you just said it out loud. You're sitting next to your friend and gone, "What?"
That would have been weird. I was on a London Northwestern train. That would have been weird.
You're sitting next to a stranger. He's watching you go, "Pussy and crack." What? The fuck?
Where's that crack?
Up here, god damn it!
I meant the drug.
That's not better.
If anything, now somehow out of all of this, you've now labelled him, Tom. Say allegedly quickly.
Allegedly.
There we go. We then Ciampa tries the armbar, but then it gets put in Oshigoroshi for a near fall. Ciampa top rope air raid crash for a near fall. Ciampa power bombs him through a table squared, because the first time it didn't break, the second time it did. Project Ciampa. Round here should be where they got to the finish, but then we just got dive, big knee, last shot. Ciampa rolls to the outside, air raid crash on the apron. Panama Sunrise on the outside. Ciampa then hits Willow's bell. They exchange cross faces. Cole gets the ropes. This is the cut all that out. Put the ending, brilliant match. Otherwise, it goes on too long.
Do you know how I know this match was too long?
How?
I didn't finish TakeOver on National Rail. I finished TakeOver on the Metropolitan.
Ciampa, so Undisputed Era interference, last shot for the near fall. Low blows, ref bump, fairy tale ending. Visual pin! Way! Gargano appears, looks like he's going to hand him the belt. Holds it, smashes Ciampa with the belt, and Cole picks up the win. So we're getting Gargano turning heel. He was getting booed anyway, so at least NXT listen and go
like the corniest motherfucker alive. Like just did the corniest motherfucking thing could have motherfucking done.
It would have been. Go on, George.
Go on. I was saying, what I felt like the way they were going with this spot before he smacked him in the head with the title was, no, you don't need the title to win. Come on, like.
I thought that was the way they were going with it as well, but
that's what I thought they would.
The thing is, though, with Joe saying he's like the corniest motherfucker alive, I would love now if they do go like a bit Bo Dallas NXT with Gargano, where he still thinks.
Oh, it's delusional.
Oh, they need.
Where he still thinks he's the best.
This is this is what I was about to say. Johnny Gargano's entire thing is that he is bad at being bad, so he needs to stay good, but do bad things.
Just sitting there going, do you not remember what he did to me?
No, like not even that. Just, do you not remember what he did to me? It's just like last time he tried being bad, he attacked Aleister Black, which worked out so great for him.
What I like, just the whole thing of like, he goes, well, he betrayed me, so I betrayed him. Revenge of Dish Best Served Cold. We're like, yeah, but he. Forget, like, no, like
he's a twat. You're supposed to be nice.
Yeah,
the corniest motherfucker alive.
Are we now gonna get the male version of Bailey? Should have been like as a heel.
Yeah, we're probably gonna get what Bailey should have been rather than her being. I think what
Karen.
no, reset it. Reset it. Just where Bailey now comes off as a shitty version of Shayna Baszler. Which, however, anyway, Ciampa Gargano, they get their blow off in Tampa. It looks like Cole faces someone else. I would imagine Dream. It's going to be Dream, isn't it?
Dream. It's got to be. It's that's the WrestleMania moment for NXT. Is Dream coming champion?
Yeah. Like, so Dream's beating Cole.
A fully homegrown male superstar winning the NXT championship.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. In Tampa,
I mean, when was the last time? Who was the last? Yeah, who was the last fully grown male superstar to win the championship?
Fully grown.
You're a big boy now.
The last Dallas. Fully grown WWE star I can think of.
Bo Dallas. No, NXT title.
Oh, so I'm thinking of that general tough enough guys.
Bo Dallas. It was in Bo Dallas.
Bo Dallas. The lineage goes. Seth Rollins was the first. Was beaten by Big E, who's one.
You're going to give us a rundown of every NXT champion.
It's not that difficult.
I can do that. I can carry on if you want.
Well, you know what? Let's go back and forth. So you said Seth Rollins, then it was Big E. Who's next, Joe?
It's Bo Dallas.
And then it was
Neville.
it was me and Joe. Shut up, Tom.
I want to play.
Neville. Then it was. Pardon?
Zayn.
Then it was Kevin Owens.
Ding.
Then it was.
Lee.
What? You keep cutting off. What did you say? Somebody said Lashley.
Finley.
Finley.
Finley Balor.
Oh, Balor.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Then it was Samoa Joe.
Ding.
Then it was
Nakamura.
Then it was Joe again.
Ding.
Then it was
Nakamura again.
Ding.
Then it was Bobby Roode.
Glorious.
Then Bob.
Now I get bin.
I walk a bin.
That's a wheelie bin.
I am Kushida.
After Bobby Roode, it was McIntyre. Then it was Andrade.
Yeah.
See.
Pardon? Alistair Black.
Of course, I got to say that.
After Alistair Black, it was Tommaso Ciampa.
Ding.
Then it was last one, Joe.
I know it was vacant.
No, sorry. All right, if you're gonna be a pedant shit, vacant. Then it was Adam Cole. No, wrong. Gargano. Fuck!
You fucked it.
Oh,
I win.
I missed
Back
it.
on the fucking line.
I announced that I am leaving TWM. I'm going to go join Wrestle. No. Anyway, that wraps up Takeover Portland. Our review. But before we do all of that, let's give our final thought. Actually, we'll give our thoughts throughout the whole show. Let's just give our overall grades. Joe, what grade are you giving?
E.
You keep cutting out, so it sounded like you said an E. So I'm going to let you do it again.
E. B. Like the B movie. B. Buzz, B.
All right.
Also a D.
George, what are you giving?
A-star.
Oh, Jesus. You bloody...
Because you predict... Is it because you clean sweep predicted all of it, George?
Yes. I got one wrong. And that was...
Yeah, you picked Undisputed Era, didn't you? So,
no, I picked Ciampa to win.
Oh, yeah, you did, because you're an idiot.
You picked Cole to win.
Tom?
A-.
I'm going to B+.
What was everyone's favourite match of the night? We all know.
Yeah, Dakota Kai, Tegan Knox was my favourite.
Joe.
It's a draw with the first two matches.
Tom.
Sorry.
My favourite matches was the match they put on the card twice.
so Liam...
Sam Roberts versus Mansoor.
That wasn't on the main card. That was on the pre-show, you fool. Dijakovic and Lee and Bianca Belair and Rhea, for anyone who didn't get it.
I'm going going out there. I'm saying it. Tag title match.
No, it's fair enough. It was a good match. Like I said,
I thought it was the best one. Really enjoyed it. I love tag team wrestling.
Again, with an NXT card, I don't think there was a dud on this card. I think there were pacing issues.
Yeah, that was it. If they put it in a different order, this probably could have been one of the best takeover cards they've ever done. But
they should have done it.
But we say that every time.
No. Not normally. There's a match that falls a bit flat. There wasn't a match that fell a bit flat. It was there were 6 great matches, just not necessarily in the right order. Most takeovers, there's 5 great matches and 1 good match, whereas this one had 6 great matches that just weren't in the right order.
How would you order it then? Gargano,
right? So
Balor to start.
Gargano. Yeah, no, it would have been Gargano, Balor to start. Then I probably would have kept Dakota and Tegan where it is.
Yeah.
Then I would have had Broserweight. No, I probably would have had
Lee and Dijak.
Yeah, I would have had Lee. No, because it would have been that in order again. So I probably would have had Broserweight and Undisputed Era then.
What, third?
Then Lee and Dijakovic. Then Belair and Rhea, and then Ciampa and Cole at the end.
I want to flip 2 of the matches that you said. More or less agree with your order, but I feel like because they're so like they're kind of similar. Like I've been joking about, but they're only kind of similar. I would have had the women main event and have Charlotte's run-in be the story.
That would have made that actually. That's a really good point. To be fair, like I would have been completely okay with them main eventing, but then again, it would have overshadowed the Gargano turn. So maybe that's why it did. Like,
but then you don't have Gargano turn.
But then you would have got the end. But then would have been Charlotte Flair holding up the NXT title instead of the Undisputed Era sat on the apron.
Yeah, but it still leads to Mania because, like you said, we know now what's happening. They're doing the thing that we said before, which is they've lost belts at each one. They lost North American, lost tag. Now they're going to go lose the one belt they've got left.
And then they're going to turn on Brody Strong and appear on
WrestleMania. Like anyway. Social media, TWM Wrestle, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to us on Apple and Google Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, Acast, YouTube. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe. Please smash the like button and turn on notifications so you can get all of our podcasts and video content whenever it comes out. TWM.news, you can go check out Shailene's review of NXT TakeOver. You can also check out James Kay's article looking at the road to WrestleMania 27. Also got an article from Victoria T on Kofi Mania 1 year on. We've got stuff on we've got a retrospective on Ron Simmons. We've got, I'm trying to think off the top of my head because I don't have it in front of me. We've got loads of stuff from AEW, NXT, New Japan. We've got New Japan Road preview as well coming up. We've got loads of stuff all on its way this week on TWM.news. Plug our social medias now. Joe.
Shirley Shoals.
There we go. Tom, your social media.
At TD Walton.
George.
At George_Geal_. I remembered it this time.
Good, well done. I'm Matty ID. We are at TWM Wrestle. I love you all. We love you all. Hope you had a lovely time listening to this. I seem to forget what I say at the end of these podcasts now. This has been.
Goodbye usually works.
Bye.